We are officially starting round number 2 here at the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2026. My name is Ayana Perlas, your courtside reporter for this game. Of course, this is game number 1 for today's doubleheader, kicking things off with the 3B Event Masters going against the VNS Griffins. Of course, both looking for opportunities to climb up the standings. Who will come out victorious in today's game? We'll find out only here where power meets passion. Welcome to the Spikers Turf.
We will never get tired of that beautiful theme song for the Spikers Turf, as now we welcome you to round number 2 of our preliminary round in the Open Conference. Once again, we come to you live from the Phil Oil Center in the city of San Juan, and as Ayana mentioned, it is a golden opportunity today for the 3B Event Masters as they take on the VNS Griffins, who are looking to climb up our standings. We have 6 teams. These two will have 5 more assignments in our preliminaries. Can they actually climb up? Can they rack up victories? Can they build some momentum for themselves beginning round number 2? Later on, it will be Crisscross versus Alpha Insurance as well, beginning at 5 p.m. for game number 2 here inside the Phil Oil Center. Thank you for joining us, folks. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Yos Sioson. Now, Yos actually covered the round 1 game of these two teams, and that was the only game that reached 5 sets, Yos.
The only game and the first game that nag-reach ng 5 sets. Alam natin, no? 3B and VNS both have a long way to climb to get that 4th spot, and we all know that the only top 4 teams will continue on to the semifinal round.
Let's take a look at our team standings. Sino-sino nga ba ang nasa tuktok? As we saw, Crisscross defeated Savage in 3 sets just last Sunday.
So once again, crucial match. Expect na natin na medyo mahaba-habang game. Itong 3B Event Masters against VNS. We all know na isa pa lang ang panalo ng 3B Event Masters at yun yung nakuha nila nung first round meeting nila. And today, isa na naman sa kanila makakawin ng panalo.
You know, they actually had a chance to sweep VNS in that game of 2 sets to none, and then it became an extended set. The only extended set for these two teams in our open conference. It reached set number 5. VNS were 2 points away from once again giving themselves a chance into winning. Unfortunately, they lost to 3B. Now, let's talk about the previous game of the 3B Event Masters. Another 3-set match against Capstars.
Talking about crucial matches, no? Etong game na to, very crucial. Actually, ina-expect ko na medyo mahaba din kasi nga, yung mananalo dito, isa sa magde-decide nung game na yun kung sino magsusolo sa top 4 ng elimination round.
In that game, we saw just great attacking from Capstars. You can see that disparity was 32 to 48.
They converted 46%, 46.6% of attacks, while 3B only scored 29.6 of their attack. Ayun nga, nakita natin, 32 lang ang spikes dito ng 3B Event Masters, 48 for Capstars. Kaya naman dito, yung game nila against VNS, natin kung ano yung maging adjustments nila, kung malakas bang blockings nila. Dahil kita natin, 4 lang yung nakuha ng blocks against Capstars.
They lost in the blocking and aces department as well. Even though the errors department belonged to them, it was not enough. One guy has been enough though in round number 1 in terms of his production because he has reached double figures in all of their games. That is reigning finals MVP of the NCAA in Carl Berdal. Now, he's going to do a lot more. He's going to need to do a lot more in round number 2 because yes, he has reached double figures, but he has only surpassed the 15-point mark only once.
That's right, no? Alam naman natin, he's not an MVP for nothing. Talagang aasahan siya ng team 3B Event Masters against, lalo na itong last game nila, medyo talagang nabantayan siya. Alam kasi ng mga teams na siya yung babantayan. Kasi nga, Carl Berdal. 75 points during the first round statistics and 41.5% reception efficiency itong si Carl Berdal.
More than a third of those 75 points came against the VNS Griffins. He had 29 of the 75 in that 5-set match that they had in round number 1. Now let's swing things over onto the other end of things. The VNS Griffins, who have been a grassroots program here in the Spikers Turf. We are always proud of them. In their previous outing, they were tested by Alpha Insurance.
It was just too much for VNS. Yung firepower na binigay dito ng Alpha Insurance, alam natin medyo mas madaming veterano on the side of that Alpha Insurance team, and yung mga nadagdag din dito no, sa Alpha Insurance. And of course, for a young team like VNS, ang dami pang room to improve. Lalo na, alam natin, ang daming mga bata dito. 16 years old, 18 years old.
That's right. Well, you look at the numbers, attacking also was such a big part of Alpha's strategy in that game.
Of course, Spikes, 45 points ang na-produce dito ng Alpha Insurance, and very limited talaga yung naging atake dito ng VNS with 24 points only, and 7 for the blocks, 4 for VNS, and alam natin, tingnan natin kung ano yung gagawing adjustment dito ni Coach Ralph Ocampo for VNS.
Well, the blocking might not be working for VNS, but their floor defense has been stabilized by the team captain in Joshua Cruz, who only had a small sample size kasi nga hindi umaabot na extended sets, extended matches ang round 1 games nila. But he still ended up as the most efficient digger.
That's right, no? Number 1, itong si Joshua Cruz from digging. Lalo na itong VNS, alam natin, ang daming batang players. And of course, kung walang stable libero, kung walang stable receiver, walang stable dig, hindi sila lalo makakuha ng atake. And alam natin, very efficient din ang setter nitong libero in the name of Howard Guerra.
That's right, the 16-year-old.
The 16-year-old.
Howard Guerra. Pero syempre, kailangan padaliin ni Joshua Cruz ang trabaho ni Howard Guerra. The 55% reception efficiency will definitely help them out. Now, we do invite you to also share your thoughts, maybe even photos and videos on social media, and use our hashtag SpikersTurf2026. As now we turn you over to our venue announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the city of San Juan. This is the Spikers Turf 2026 Open Conference. This is match number 16 of the preliminary round, the matchup between the 3B Event Masters and their opponents, the VNS Always Bright Laticrete. Introducing the 2 national referees officiating this match. Our first referee, Fernando Velarde. Second referee, Gerard Marceliana. Let's now meet the starters. First, for the 3B Event Masters. Outside spiker number 5, Carl Berdal. Opposite hitter number 12, J.B. Ramos. Center number 14, Aldre Ferrer. Outside spiker number 17, K.D. Tainata. Middle blocker number 19, Christian Olaes. And the other middle blocker is number 20, Axel Dufeyo. Starting libero is number 11, Joshua Datu. The head coach for 3B is RJ Francisco Jr. And now the starters for the VNS Always Bright Laticrete. Middle blocker number 1, Ronier Adviento. Outside striker number 4, Josh Balintag. Opposite hitter number 5, Joseph Guzman. Outside striker number 11, Terence Martishon. Center number 13, Howard Guerra. And middle blocker number 17, Kyle Kabutahe. Their starting libero, number 2, team captain Joshua Cruz. The head coach for VNS is Ralph Ocampo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 3B versus VNS for the Spikers Turf where power meets passion.
A couple of changes here for our starters in this matchup. Axel De Feo will be making his first start for the 3B Event Masters. Former UE Red Warrior on the other end for the VNS Griffins. We have two new starters for them. So it's Elijah Guzman and the other one is Kyle Cabotage. Interesting as they switch things up. Again, we are anticipating, we won't be surprised if this is going to be a long game because this was the closest matchup that we have had so far in the Open Conference of the Spikers Turf. Thank you for joining us on One Sports Plus and on Pilipinas Live. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Yos Yoson and Ayana Perlas. Terence Mortishon. On the other end, it's Kyle Bardal. Why not start with your top scorer?
That's true. Alam natin, Carl Berdal, NCAA Finals MVP. Asahan natin, no? Pupuntahan ulit yan ni Ferrer.
Again, Berdal had 29 points in those 5 sets versus VNS, but it was his only game where he surpassed the 15-point mark. Everything else, it's been 10 to 14 points for Carl Berdal. Ito naman, si Terence Mortishon. Recently, he was a part of the NCR meet. Ganun po kabata yan, no? Na naglalaro pa sa NCR meet. The slide works for Christian Olaes. I'm gonna be talking more about that later on, yung mga NCR meet. Ah, ito na. Nabigyan tayo ng pagkakataon dahil may first challenge na tayo. Block touch for Coach Ralph.
I think sign na to, no? Early pa lang may challenge na.
Oo.
Natin, mahaba-haba yata itong game na to.
Ready na tayo na after nito, dinner time na.
Pero ayun nga, no? Talking about the NCR players. Tignan mo, Cabotage, alam ko, isa din yan sa mga NCR players. Ang laki.
Yeah.
My God, hanggang balikat lang tayo yata niyan, Migs.
Gamotea also and Guerra.
Of
mga
course,
16
Guerra.
years old pa lang. Okay, let's see. Was there a block touch?
Ooh.
Malinis. So that means VNS should get the point if the ball went out. Ngayon, ibang card naman ang nakataas, which is the last touch card. Okay, we're clarifying things.
Last touch ang hinahabol.
Nakausapin na ang first referee, si Joshua
Last
Cruz.
touch na hinahabol kung dito. Kung ang last touch natin dito lang.
Pero ano po bang call? Ano yung
Check ball ang tawag.
check ball na?
Dito, tinawag ng line judge. So ang hinahabol sa inyo is last touch. Eh wala tayong last touch dito sa sa likod. Dito lang ang last touch natin.
Pero ano po bang call kanina?
Last touch, check ball. Sinelas ng ano. Kaya nga ang tinawag, ang hinatol nyo is last touch. Kaya ang tinawag nyo is last touch. Oh, kaya nga, last touch ang hinapol ninyo eh. Wala na. Kasi ang hinapol kasi last touch, kaya nga pinakiclear ko kung ano, last touch ang hinangat. Oh, kaya nga pinatanong ko muna eh, talagang inangat yung last touch eh.
Kaya challenge namin last match.
Kaya nga, yun nga, ang problema natin, eh, inangat ko kasi last touch, kaya pinaklear ko. Eh, last touch, eh, talagang wala. Yun ang inano, kaya dito na. Dito na tayo.
So it was a matter of the wrong card raised by Coach JP and Coach Ralph. They're also questioning it because they asked about it. It was definitely a miscue among our referees and the coaches of VNS. If they raised the right card, they would have gotten the point.
That's right. But good news, kakastart pa lang.
Oo.
So kaya-kaya pang bawiin yan.
You know, that can serve as a motivation as well for VNS. to be fired up. But right now, fired up is their former player in KD Dainata.
Dainata scored 20 points on their last matchup. Isa rin to sa mga asahan dito, no? Kasi hindi pwedeng puro Berdal lang.
Tama. The problem was, that was the only game where KD scored in double figures. As now, Carla gets a service ace.
And siguro iba din yung giggle na makaharap yung former team mo, no?
Oo naman.
Your Dainata.
But KD's presence and the way that he has been performing for 3B is, again, another good reflection of the VNS program. The fact that they're able to disperse their players and achieve success there. Nice lefty hit from the right pin. That was Guzman. Again, getting his first start of the conference. Elijah Yusef de Guzman. 2 serving 4.
Mukhang bata din to, no? Si Guzman.
Ilan taon?
2010.
2010. He's 16.
So kasama siya dun sa group natin na 16 years old.
Christian Olaes and company though, not giving up any sort of momentum for volleyball never stops. Getting it back. Service. Target was Mark Dishon. Guzman from the right pin. Balintag putting it up. Oh, missed set by Guerra. On the other end, Ferrer chooses KD. Good placement.
Ooh!
That was very anticlimactic. It was a chance ball already for 3B.
Umaatras na kasi agad yung mga attackers nitong 3B, no? Kala nila mataas ibibigay na chance ball nitong VNS, but knowing Cruz is ng mga veterans dito ng VNS, of course. Hindi niya basta-basta ibibigay, but ang bilis bumawi dito so far ng 3B Event Masters.
That's what you love to see from Ramos.
John
JV
Vincent,
Ramos.
that's right. Actually, ito si JV Ramos kaya lang siya kasi team B siya before ng UST. Kaya naalala ko siya.
So, ano, kasabayan mo to.
Ay! Tama. Bata pa.
Doesn't look like it though. Pareho kayo. Yun naman ang maganda. Yun ang maganda. And with the way he attacked in the previous sequence, it was very convincing. He's still in great shape. Nice reception by Datu. Ooh, miss hit by DeFeo. Nice return by Ronier at Viento. Another one at that. KD. Ooh, really challenged at the net, but he's able to get it through.
Talagang hindi susuko basta-basta ang attackers dito ng 3B Event Masters. I mean, may term kasi dito sa volleyball na ang dulas ng palo. So kita natin laging ganun yung mga palo nitong si Dainata. Medyo dumudulas sa mga blockers. So tumatama na tumatama kaya nahihirapang blockin ng VNS.
Kaya marami siyang point off the block.
That's right.
Martishon. Ooh, ganda ng buwelo. That is youthful energy for you. The way he rose up for that attack.
Ang taas din, no? And of course, that was against Ferrer. Of course, kita natin, medyo maliit yung blockers dito sa side na to ng 3B Masters. Kaya alam natin talagang bubugbugin ng open ni Guerra dito sa side ng VNS.
5-7 from the middle. That was Axel DeFeo. One more for Terrence.
Miset.
And a chance ball. Berdal. Nice dig by Ronier Adiento. Ooh. Another miss set. And that's a cross for Terrence. Coaches of VNS fired up to start this game. They're down by 3 in our first technical timeout.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2026, where power meets passion. This is the 3B Event Masters going against the VNS Griffins. And talking about VNS, they may be a young squad, but they have a lot of developed gems within them. One being Howard Guerra. Now, nakausap ko nga yung coaching staff and they told me he can hit, but he can also set. Pero nakausap ko si Guerra at sabi niya, he started things off as a spiker 6 years ago and as a setter only a year and a half ago. He actually never saw himself as a setter, pero ngayon mas confident and mas mahal na niya ang position na to. He specifically told me that he sees a bright future for himself in the collegiate and professional scene after his first year as a setter, and ang peg niya daw ay si Owa Retamar. Malayo pa raw siya sa peg niya, but he hopes to get some mentorship from him in the future. Back to you guys.
It's a nice report, Ayana. And definitely, the window will be open for Howard Guerra to continue improving. Kung kaya niya maging Owa Retamar, maybe even represent the Philippines.
That's right. I mean,
why
hindi
not?
malabo.
And also, he's only 16 years old, guys, which means he has 5 more years to grow. And we will take the tallest setters that we can have in the Philippines.
True. And narinig ko sa report ni Ayana, 5 years ago daw, 6 years ago na
Spiker.
nagsimula mag-spiker. So, 10 lang siya nun. My God.
Kaya maganda simula.
That's right. Oh. Simula na maaga, no? Grassroots itong si Guerra.
We just saw a nice pipe hit by Balintag. And now, this is going to go out for Ramos. Si Ramos yung sinabi mong team B ng UST
ng
dati.
UST.
No? Mamaya, babalikan ko yan. But now, it is 7-9. Nice serve.
Chance ball for VNS.
Partition. Over the blockers and down it went.
Wow. Ang ganda ng basa ni Martition. No? Talagang hindi lang basa-basa palo na lang. And if you're young, kasi talagang manggigigil ka, papalo ka ng papalo. But
Yes.
that was a good read. Kita niya malayo yung depensa doon ng 3B Event Masters.
And they cut the lead down to 1 as that service now goes to the net for Howard Guerra. Tell you what though, Guerra had himself a scoring day.
Yes.
Versus 3B. As a setter, reached double figures
That's
in that
right.
5-set match.
Kasi nga meron silang option na pag nag-frontline itong si Guerra, pwede siyang pumalo. So nagsasub ng setter, pumapasok isang setter nila para makapalo nga si Guerra. But yun nga, no, nakakapalo talaga din talaga si Guerra. But sa replay na, I mean, itong point naman na to, si Ramos once again on that side, opposite side. Tapos di kasi tumalo nito si Ramos
So, ito na rin ba yung nakita mo from the USD days of Mr. Ramos?
Well, for sure, laki ng improvement niya. Kasi nung mga times na nakikita ko sa USC, iba din kasi yung competition, lalo na pag nasa Team B ka, no? And even yung mga nasa Team A, may mga chance na mapunta ulit yan sa Team B dahil sa taas ng competition.
Partition, that was low. Now to a 4-point advantage for 3B. Relatively comfortable here. 12 serving 8. And they have a full front row with Ferrer serving. It's Berdal, Ramos, and Olaes as options in the front. Back set by Guerra. Martition is denied.
Good read there by the Event Masters. Alam pa sila nandun si Martition. No? But, nga, bantay na bantay nila. Good timing there.
Yeah, that looked to be Christian Olaes. Not the tallest of middle blockers, but certainly athletic to take on the job. And with the right reads, you'll be fine. Pipe bomb. Nope. Help did not come from the net. In fact, it was the reason why that ball sailed out. And we have a timeout for VNS.
Tignan niyo yung court. Ikaw nasa ilalim ka, hindi mo nakikita yung blocker. Nasa ilalim ka, kaya yung unang palo mo not over, yung pangalawang palo mo black ball. Sinabi ko na may marker, dapat nakikita niyo yung blocker, nakikita niyo yung bola. Diba? Sa'yo naman, hindi mo nakita yung court. Ito yung outside. Imbis na dapat yung kamay mo, nandun na papuntang court, nakapalabas ka eh. Kaya outside talaga yung tira niyo eh. Kailangan niyo mag-isip po. Pinalayo niyo dahil sa error.
This is a different type of energy that I'm feeling from Coach Rath, even Coach JP, which is honestly a good reflection to the sense of urgency that we have in this game. the opportunity that they have as well to get back against 3B, because they already put themselves in good winning position in round 1.
Of course, no. Only the top 4 teams. So medyo dalawang team lang yung may iwan sa ating elimination round. And of course, kung gusto nila lang magkaroon pa ng maliit na chance, medyo mahaba pa yung lalakbay nila, no? And to start the second round right, di ba?
And it will happen. Between these two teams, one will have that type of momentum as they move forward. Olaes scores from the middle. We haven't had a long rally yet. Now the lead continues to be built. 6 points for 3B. Ganda, that's long.
3 point for VNS.
Coach RJ Francisco, good to have him back here in the Spikers turf.
I remember also RJ played for VNS before.
Ano ba yan? Kasabayan ni Coach Ral?
I get, parang mga around 2018,
Diba?
2019.
Kasabay sila nag-coach ngayon.
Oh! Wow, Ramos.
That's a super spike. And Ramos, Mr. JV Ramos leads us to the second technical timeout with his beautiful delivery. First by Ferrer onto the right pin.
Yeah, One Last Time by Ariana Grande. So one last time, I need to be the one that takes you home. One more time, I promise today I'll let you go.
There you see KD Dainata. And by the way, UAP Season 88 volleyball is in full swing. Watch the games every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the Pilipinas Live app. Also available on the UAP Varsity channel and One Sports, because legends start here. Yun ang maganda. Tuwing Wednesday and Sunday, pwede kang tumalon-talon from Spikers turf to UAP and vice versa. As that off-speed hit worked for VNS.
That's right. Or pwede mong sabay panoorin. Di ba?
Yan ang kabutihan ng volleyball peak season.
Oh.
Service error though.
Error for VNS. Eh, yung nakaka-frustrate on their side kasi nga doon nagagalit si Coach Ralph kanina kasi ang dami lang binibigay na puntos sa 3B Event Masters sa mga errors nila.
Double sub. Justin Yatko and Jersey Santos. Santos was the leading scorer of VNS versus 3B in round number 1. This is JV Ramos. Wow, what a strong serve. Balintag, cross Redwell. KD will send the ball onto Yos Yoson, which means he can't save that anymore.
Comfortable lead here for the Event Masters. So far, no, alaga lang nila. Hindi sila masyadong ma-error. Malinis yung mga palo. On the side of VNS naman, ayun, nabati na nga. Kakasabi lang. But yeah, for VNS, medyo ang daming errors so far in this first set.
I have to mention this. The lowest that 3B has allowed to their opponents in this conference was 19 points in a set. That was against VNS in set 2 of round number 1 as Axel Defeo scores. Right now, they're well on pace to maybe even surpass that. Let's see if 3B keeps this up. Kabila naman for VNS, the least that they have scored was 15. Happened twice versus Crisscross and Cab Stars. Deflection. Ball put up by KD. Ferrer goes the ball. Nice block. Oh, lumusot pala.
Lumusot.
So that's a point for JV Ramos na hindi po batchmate ni Sioson, to be clear.
Kasi
Mas bata po si JV.
2004, ito si...
Batang-bata naman
Bata
pala
pa
yun.
naman, oh. Ikaw lang naman nag-assume. Ikaw lang nag-assume nakabatch ko siya.
So he's 22.
Yes.
Point off the block for Jersey Santos.
Itong si Jersey Santos yung naging spark plug nila on their last meeting against 3B, no? Kita natin pumasok siya on their second set lang, but this time, pinasok na siya agad kasi nga kailangan nang may mag-stand for VNS.
13-20. Defeo couldn't score. Again, sends it to the right. Bit short on the set. That's short.
Not over for the event masters.
Making it 14-20. Ronier back at it. Nice reception by Dainata. It's Berdal. Sayang, parang ibalintag. If he wasn't on his knees, kaya pa sana yun.
Medyo nauna yung pagluhod eh. So medyo mahihirapan ka makatakbo. But the position is there.
21-14. Defeo. Oh, he gets an ace with the help of the net.
3-point there for the event masters. Sumabit sa net kaya medyo nalito dito ang VNS.
Defeo, maganda yan. Para sa kanya. Yun nga lang, pinaltan siya ngayon. After an ace, no?
Kita ko sa pupunta yung bola, ikaw kukuha ng short, hindi ka kumukuha ng short. Kanina spin ball, nasa iyo, nag-drop ka agad. 'Di ba? Gawin niyo yung pinapractice natin. Kung ano yung pinag-usapan natin na gagawin niyo, yun yung gawin niyo. Huwag kayong magkanya-kanya sa loob. Ikaw huwag ka mataranta. Naglalaro ka lang dito ng volleyball. Nataranta ka eh. Go tayo.
Lapit natin. Go.
You would actually think that this type of reaction from VNS will happen in games versus Chris Cross, Savage, yung mga veterano, yung mga nasa taas ng standings. But they're taking on a team that they know they could have beaten in round number 1. Gonna get back into good form. Jersey Santos couldn't score there. It's Carla, put up by Justin Yatko. The bump by Joshua Cruz to Terrence. D-ball. Wow, JV Ramos looking very motivated in this game.
On fire ito si JV Ramos. Grabe yung improvement din, no? Ito si Ramos. I mean, isa na rin siya sa mga go-to spikers so far dito ng 3B Event Masters. Good ball. 4 touches for the Event Masters.
I was looking for JV Ramos' name in the previous game. Wala siya nung round 1 versus VNS. Versus Alpha, he also wasn't there. Oh, check that. No. Versus Cab Stars, he only played 1 set and scored a single point. So what a start for him. Combination. And Bedal scores.
Oh, easy side out for 3B Event Masters. I mean, they want to activate those combination plays. It's a good start for them.
Aldre Ferrer. The reception by Joshua Cruz. And then over the blockers for Guzman. Yun ang gumagana para sa VNS.
That's right. Yung drop balls, no? Hindi kailangan puro palo. Dapat marunong ka bumasa ng depensa ng kalaban.
Martishon will have to serve 8 straight times so that they can survive here in this set. The tip still put up. Guzman from the right. Tatu with the dig, but not the best of passes. This is a chance ball. Guerra going back to Guzman down the line.
And a little bit of a stare down there. Guzman. Ganda rin ng form nitong si Guzman, no?
Right.
Kaliwete pa. And very young. 16 din.
16 years old also.
Tama ba? 2010?
We'll have to check that as JV Santos. JV Ramos will end set number 1 for us. This will be the most dominant set of the 3B Event Masters in the entire Spikers Turf Open Conference. Maybe JV Ramos has been the answer all along.
That's right. Good start for the 3B Event Masters and JV Ramos.
Back inside the Phil Oil Center in San Juan for 3B versus VNS, the two teams who gave us the only 5-set match of round 1 in our Spikers Turf preliminaries. It's a different story though as we kick things off in this matchup because KD Dainata and company started off very well. And again, they just had their most dominant set, only allowing 17 points for VNS.
Medyo quiet, no? Medyo mababa yung start dito ng VNS nagsimula sa mga error. Pero surprisingly, no, mas madami pa nga ang error dito ng 3B Event Masters on that first set. But mas madaming atake ang binigay dito ng 3B Event Masters. Medyo mas magaganda yung naging atake nila. Even JV Ramos, ang daming puntos so far. No? Kahit hindi siya nakapaglaro on their first games, but this time ang dami niyang binibigay na atake and actually good set plays ang binibigay din itong si Ferrer, setter nitong 3B Event Masters. Kaya kita natin 7 advantage ang binigay dito ng attack points ng 3B Event Masters, 17 against 10 itong VNS, 1 block and 2 service aces. Ayun nga, no, yung errors mas madami pa rin itong 3B Event Masters compared to VNS, but yung mga errors na binibigay kasi ng VNS very for sure, very frustrating for Coach Ralph. Kaya medyo nagagalit siya kanina kasi unnecessary yung mga errors nila eh.
Yes.
Yung simpleng pagpalo, wala sa pwesto, kumbaga. Yun yung pinpoint out dito ni Coach Ralph Ocapo. Kaya tignan natin kung ano adjustment ang bibigay dito ng VNS.
This is similar to what happened to VNS versus Alpha Insurance. Alpha did have 7 more errors compared to them, but they gave up 21 more attacks.
Nababawi, nasa atake. But for VNS, hindi sila nakabawi sa atake. Nga, nag-error sila ng mga simpleng errors lang.
We have Jomari Gamotea now in the game, another youngster for them. Let's see if this switch up can prove to be effective against that man, JV Ramos. Mr. Ferrer, that is Aldre Ferrer and company. Ramos had 6 points, Berdal had 5, Olaes with 4. On the other end, it was Guzman, the 16-year-old, who led the way with 4 points for VNS.
And we're seeing another Santos for VNS, Wilfred Santos.
Pero hindi sila magkamag-anak ni Jersey, to be clear. Nice, very open, zone 1 for Carla Berdal.
Quick points for Carl Berdal.
First point to 3B here in set number 2, but they gotta be consistent. Remember, they won the first 2 sets versus VNS in round 1. VNS still extended that game onto the 5th set as Gamotea scores from the middle.
Good response there by Gamotea. Tignan natin, no? Ang daming pwedeng maging attacker dito ng VNS, but Kailangan ma-maximize din nila yung mga middle attackers nila.
Gamotea did have 10 in their previous game versus 3B as JV Ramos is on a mission. Nakita ka ba niya before this game, Jos? May pinapatunayan ba siya?
So far, 7 points na si JV Ramos.
Long back set. Guzman tried to just send it over the blockers again. Martishon, block, no coverage.
Right, no coverage on the side of VNS. Thanks, naka-block. JV pa rin ba?
I think it was Elias. Guzman cross. Good potential for this young man.
Also a youngster, no? 16 years old, Guzman. Grabe ang mga future nito mga batang to. And hindi lang sila basta bata, ang patangkad din eh.
Yes.
Ano bang kinakain na nila ngayon, no?
Si Coach Ralph ang mga kasagot niyan. 7 points for Ramos. Guzman on par with him. Now it's an ace for Gamotea. Jomari Gamotea been busy lately with the NTR meet. So ang kwento nun, it was Caloocan versus Manila. Both teams were under Coach Ralph Ocampo.
Oo.
So he basically won gold and silver.
Silver, wow.
At ang maganda dyan, sa ganung klaseng tournament to, kapag manalo ka, if you advance, you can get from your opponents. Get players from your opponents. So magko-combine forces na sila para sa palarong pambansa happening this May. That was an error by JV Ramos.
And of course, pagka nasa high school ka talaga, isa yun sa mga ina-achieve mo eh, makalaro ng palaro.
Oo. Normally, pag high school ka, ang dream mo makasali sa Spikers Turf. Diba? Pero itong mga VNS Griffins na to, while you're trying to achieve your dreams, you're already in the Spikers Turf, taking on attackers like KD Dainata who just scored. Kaya nga, dito lumalabas yung pride ni na Coach Ralph, Coach JP, behind their grassroots program.
And grabe yung experience sila dito, no, na from kalaban mo, mga pro, di ba? Tapos, pagbalik mo talaga ng NCR meet, I mean,
ka-age mo ulit.
Ka-age mo ulit.
May advantage
grabe yung advantage nun talaga.
Exactly. And they do feel it. The coaches told me, ramdam nila yung kumpiyansa ng mga bata once they take on the people of their age. As Martishon, a prime example of that, just scored. Nabigyan siya ng regalo doon.
Just like that, dalawa ang lamang ng VNS. Good start for VNS so far.
Guzman serves, KD, nice reception. He sent it to the middle, Axel DeFeo. Oh, miscue, and a chance ball. Bit of an overpass there. Good save by Ferrer. Sending it to the middle blocker.
Wasted chance for VNS. Yung kumuha ng third ball na yun, but with adjustment by Ferrer.
Talagang salba mo na lang yun.
Inabot na lang.
5-6, JV Ramos. He's been loading up on his serves since the beginning. Martishon over and beyond.
No check for VNS. They need better pass. Kaya dumikit na dito ang 3B Event Masters.
Back with JV. Wow. Nice serves. Better reception. Martishon. Regalo. And the push will work for Ronye at Viento.
No blockers. Almost a good dig there by the Event Masters, but kailangan mag-aggressive palalo itong si Martishon. Kailangan lang pumuntos ng pumuntos. Alam natin, 3B Event Masters, hindi basta-basta papayag yan.
D-ball. Bukas na bukas para kay JD.
That's right. No blockers there for Ramos. And good target. I think that's zone 1. Actually, mas mahirap talagang basahin yung ganung klase ng palo, yung mahaba, yung target na dulo-dulo.
And that's why that D-ball option is such a common thing. As Win Santos scores on the left pin.
Si Santos is mga naging spark plug din itong game nila against PB Event Masters.
And he will send us to our first technical timeout in set 2.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2026, where power meets passion. Now, the 3B Event Masters are looking to claim that win today because they actually desperately need it, according to head coach RJ Francisco. Now, medyo nahihirapan talaga sila as a team dahil kulang sila sa ensayo. A lot of his players have their own personal jobs, so it's rare na makumpleto sila sa training. Another thing, since tuloy-tuloy ang games nila, they also aren't able to have quality sessions. So basically, ang complete all-out training na lang nila are the games here sa Spikers Turf. So that's why the setters and the middle blockers lack in connection. They aren't able to work on their counter-attacks, and their teamwork is still a work in progress. But like what head coach RJ said, if they claim the win today, hopefully they'll be more motivated to do more in every game. Back to you guys.
It's really hard because it messes with the continuity of your team as Win Santos scores again. Seems to be a potent option from the left pin. There's Axel DeFeo, one of the middle blockers that Ayana mentioned. Ito si Axel, ayun na nga, may problema ka na minsan na kayo makumpleto ng training. Si Axel, may kaagawan pa yan sa playing time. There's a net touch. Points gonna go to 3B. He touched it. Mukhang sa baba nangyari. Santos again. Blocked, covered himself. Cruz, the calmest bump set, but that was also read well.
That's right. Medyo dumikit din yung set doon nitong si Cruz. Medyo bantay na bantay ng blockers dito ng Event Masters. Grabe din yung block doon. Middle blocking nitong Event Masters.
Christian Olaes was impressed. Coach RJ Francisco in his conference. Santos over and a chance. Olaes playing it fast.
Hindi basta-basta pinapabayaan talaga ng 3B Event Masters. No? Daming options din kasi ni Ferrer eh. May open, may opposite, and then yan nga, middle attacker naman this time.
11-9 after playing catch-up for a bit. 3B back in front. Gamutea timed perfectly by the blocker. Happened twice. Oh! Nagkalituhan sina Terrence and Howard.
Nagtinginan kung sino yung kukuha ng second ball. But, well, dapat talaga sa center yun. Kaya lang nakita ni Guerra. Nakapwesto si Martishon.
With that, there's going to be a substitution. Guzman returns, having replaced Martishon. Nice pass. Guzman, no, net touch.
Net touch.
Olaes admits to it.
Lucky break for VNS. So far, hindi masyado nakakalayo this time ang Event Masters.
Oh, that's gonna go in. Not sure if that was intentional, but Gamateo will take it.
Why not? Isa na lang ang lamang dito ng 3B Event Masters, but good luck finally.
Ulo ba?
Ulo. Tumalbog sa ulo from, I think tumama muna sa kamay and then tumama sa ulo.
The good thing is Jomari is All good as they get an ace. VNS building some momentum for themselves.
Good target there by Santos. Targeting Dainata. Let's serve.
Nice float. Twin Santos, another guy who reached double figures with 11 versus 3B in round 1. Ito, hindi mapigilan ng VNS. Christian Olaez from the middle.
Connection daw ang problema, no, Creepy? But this time, no, parang wala namang nagiging problema sa connection. Itong si Ferrer.
Abuelo na in this game. 13-12 Gamutea. Olaez touched it again.
Sayang, no? Chance ball na sana for the event masters. At sumabit na naman sa net.
Don't want to be over-eager if you're Christian Olaez. Quinn Santos. Service by Gamutea. That's gonna go wide for JB. Ganda na sana ng tunog.
Too much angle there for Ramos. But ang ganda rin ng tama ng bola sa kamay niya. No?
Yeah.
Rinig na rinig mo.
Ramos getting extended minutes because of Israel Encina's absence. Encina, kanilang starting opposite spiker for most of their games. Yan ang maganda. Pinababawi mo agad yung attacker mo.
True. And wala sa pwesto blockers dito ng VNS. Medyo dikit na yung set eh. So all you have to do is parang bantayan mo yung kanang balikan itong si Ramos. Medyo kinulang lang.
Off the nice pass. Ronnie was activated. Ferrer counters with Axel De Feo. Tough up. Still through and a chance. Backs it onto Guzman. Nice change of pace. How about that? Switch up mid-air.
Habang nagkakagulo yung depensa ng event masters, no? Ganda nung pagkaka-fake doon dito si Guzman.
It's the hand motion that caught us.
Walang tao sa likod ng blockers.
Oh, he got a check.
Yes.
And that was the purpose of that type of hit for JV Ramos.
Medyo mababa kasi yung set, no? And if you're the blocker, you should know kung kailan mo ibababa bigla yung kamay mo kasi alam mo papatamain sa kamay mo. Medyo nag-commit lang talaga yung blocker dito ng VNS in that sequence.
Double sub. He now has Kian Pablo joining Justin Yatko. Service error by JV. 16-15, a much closer set number 2. VNS leading us to the technical timeout.
Jumbo hotdog. Jumbo hotdog. Kaya mo ba to? Kaya mo ba to? Jumbo hotdog. Kaya mo ba to? Hindi kami ba to? Para magpatalo. Jumbo hotdog. Kaya mo ba to? Tigas yun.
Thank you, Ronnie Admiento, for writing our feature here. Mga trip natin sa Spikers Turf. But we'd also like to remind you guys that UAP Season 88 Volleyball is in full swing. Watch the games every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the Pilipinas Live app. Also available on the UAP Varsity channel and One Sports because legends start here. Legends may start there, but here, this is where power meets passion in the Spikers Turf. KD Dainata equalizing things off of the technical timeout.
Puro off the block pa rin talaga. Puntos itong si Dainata, no? Ang dami niyang ganung palo.
Kinuha na ni Joshua Cruz yun. And on to the opposite. That just was too wide for Pablo.
Touch. Si blockers, medyo malayo. Ang palo ni Pablo doon.
Kenneth. KD Dainata. Wow, nice dig by Jomar Naife. We're not yet done. Ferrer sends it onto the open. Good cover by JV. Berdal played it sharp.
Grabe angle na yan. No? Hindi mo kailangan masyadong malakas. But if you're the right position, good angle, kita niya hindi sumabay yung si Santos. So medyo kinulang ng abante itong si Cruz.
That's 3 straight points for 3B off of the technical timeout. They want to do what they did in round 1, which was go up 2 sets to love. Santos, point off the block. Santos very deceiving. No?
Hindi mo alam kung papaluin niya. Hinihintay niya kasing makatalon yung blockers. Kaya medyo mahirap basahin yun on the side of the blockers naman. Kita mo yun, papaluin niya pag medyo nag-hang na. Alam natin, hindi siya ganun kataas tumalan. Yeah. So, advantage siya. Talagang padaanin ng palusan yung blockers dito.
That's why playing smart will always be better for you. Berdal, net touch. Good thing for him because his ball went out.
Napansin ko din, no? On the side of VNS, nagkaroon ng konting adjustment. Advento playing middle. Last time, open spiker siya.
Yun yung maganda kay Rodney. Willing siya. Nag-opposite na rin yan at some point. I did ask Coach Ralph Ocampo about it. He said, ano lang naman eh, depende lang naman yan kung sino yung kalaban namin, how they match up at the net, kung saan babagay ang kanilang players. As Santos scores again, this time with power.
So far, Santos yung gumagawa for VNS. Papalik na si Guzman at Guerra.
Guerra will be serving. His front row consists of Guzman, Gamotea, and Win Santos. Jerseys at the back. Bilis talaga.
Ang bilis ng quick dito ng 3B Event Master. Hindi masabayan ng blockers dito ng VNS. Almost, actually hindi siya zero tempo eh.
Negative 1.
Mabilis yung tempo nila. So dapat sabayan ng blockers dito ng VNS. Yung talon ng middle attacker ng 3B. But so far, Santos nakakarami ng puntos for VNS. Kala mo quiet lang eh, no? Pero nakakadami na ng puntos eh.
But now he proceeds to the back. Oh, behind the back there for Elias. We've seen that before. Cruz sends it to the right. Jersey over the blockers.
Another good read there by the attackers of VNS. Hindi lang basta-basta palo ng palo eh. Yun nga, no, hindi pa rin nakapag-adjust dito ang 3B Event Passer sa titinginan. Kasi pwede pang kunin ng blockers yun pagbaba niya eh. But akala nila may nakasupport sa likod.
Service error though. Timing hurting VNS. That's Win Santos. 21-20. Service error on the other end.
Bigayan ng puntos, bigayan ng errors.
Coach Arche cannot be happy about that. It's a virtual race to 4. Jomari Gamotea. Ferrer back to Elias. Why not? It's been working.
That's right. Ang dami na rin puntos ni Olaes dito. Yung mga middle attackers. Talagang activated by Ferrer. Hindi masabayan ng blockers dito ng VNS.
That's 10 points now for Christian Olaes. The first time that he has reached double figures in the entire Spikers Turf Open Conference. A missed dig leading to a point for Guzman.
22 all. VNS and 3B Event Masters. Parang ganito yung nangyari ng first meet-up nila eh. Hindi mo alam kung sino makakuha ng second set.
It's Ramos. Wow, a monster block by Jersey Santos. Ronnie Advieto.
Hyping up the team. Kailangan nila yon, of course, dahil hindi kanina lusot ng lusot yung palo dito siya ni JV.
So hinabol talaga ni Ronnie si Jersey. 23-22, KD. Oh, nice save. Went over. It's a save by Cruz. Jersey sends it through. Off the chance. Dainata cross. That touch as well. 23 all. Here we go, folks.
Doon naman huminto yung bola.
Pakapitan na lang talaga. Last 2 points. Tingnan natin kung sinong kakapit. VNS or 3B Masters.
These two teams have only gone to the distance once. One extended set for 3B and VNS in the conference. That was against each other. Set 3 in round 1. Adviento reached for it. The bump to KD again. Saved by Santos. Bump by Howard. It's Jersey. Hindi na naabot ni Jomar Naife. And VNS will get set point as their veteran now checks in, JV Sumagaysay. We have a timeout first for the Event Masters. Ayusin lang ang substitution.
Timeout daw muna for 3B Event Masters.
Wala. Dalawa lang. Kahit basic lang ha. Guys, talo kung talo, pero manalo. Basta hampasin. Ha? May kukover sa inyo. Kung nasa harap, kumuha ng block ha. Okay? Sige lang, tingin pasa. Kung makadepensa, tayo naman depensa para maka-counter. Okay? Sige lang. Let's go.
Okay, can we see power here and passion from the 3B Event Masters on their next hit? Sabi ni Coach RJ, may cover naman sa inyo. So, this is the first set point for Volleyball Never Stops in this match. Serving is Jersey Santos. The two Santoses have been spark plugs in this game. Win Santos will check out. Ito na, JV Sumagaysay first appearance.
Si JV ang gigit na. At si Advento naman mag-adjust to open spiker.
Yan ang maganda.
Kasi kailangan niya ng blockings.
Palo! Yun ang hinihingi ni Coach RJ. Power and passion baka mo. It's KD Dainata. 7 points now for the former VNS Griffin. And we have the first extended set for this match. The second for these two teams in the conference. Dainata now proceeds to the back. Berdal is at front. Cruz had to get that one. It's Santos. Nice save by Berdal. Carla will hit it. Tough one for Howard. Great athleticism. Back to Carla. And he found a hole.
Na-late doon ang depensa ng VNS and sayang kasi yung chance ball sana ng VNS hindi lang tumalon yung middle attack nila, but this time it was Berdal leading the defense of VNS. Kita niya, ang daming blockers so drop ball.
Now we have a set point for 3B. What a good time for Carla Berdal to be in the front row. Guzman with a shot pass. Could not be saved anymore. And what a comeback for the 3B Event Masters, winning the second set in extended fashion.
You're still watching the Spiker Surf Open Conference 2026, where power meets passion. We are now here at our third set, and joining me, we have here Sir Benj Benamer, our team manager of the 3B Event Masters. Hello, Sir Benj.
Hello.
Congratulations. You guys are up 2 sets against VNS. Sir, what do you have to say about the performance of your team so far?
Well, actually, we prepared for this team for about ilang days din, mga 5 days para dito sa VNS na laban. Sabi ko, talunin na natin yung kaya nating matalo dahil you know naman, we are one of the underdog team ng Spiker Store for this season. But we're trying our best to give for makapasok talaga sa top 4. So hopefully, natalo namin sila ng first round and hopefully ngayon matalo ulit namin para hindi pa kami mawalan ng pag-asa for mahanap or makarating kami sa top 4.
Sir, you guys are doing great so far in this game, but then nakikita naman natin dun sa second set, humahabol na ang VNS. So do you have any specific instructions or adjustments that you want?
Well, pinapractice namin yung mga endgame namin. And of course, sabi ko naman, well-experienced kayo guys, kayang-kaya nyo yung mahabol. And no pressure para sa inyo. Gawin nyo lang yung proper positioning and of course, para dire-diretso lang doon.
Okay, got this, Sir Benj. Thank you so much and all the
so
best for
much.
you and your team. Once again, this is Sir Benj, our team manager of the 3B Event Masters. Back to you, Mix and Yos.
Thank you, Ayana. Yes, handle what you can if you're 3B before you move forward to the teams at the upper part of our team standings. And they have handled their situation so far in the first 2 sets. 25-17, their most dominant set in the entire conference, followed by their second extended set in the entire conference. How about that comeback? The late game adjustments by 3Bios.
Doon mo talaga nakita kung gaano ka-mature yung mga players mo, no? Sabi nga ni Sir na walang pressure sa kanilang side. Kaya dapat talagang as a senior, as a veteran player compared to VNS, talagang mas papakita mo kung gaano ka mature maglaro. Kapit kung kapit ang pinakita dito ng Event Masters. And for VNS naman, no, nandun na sana sila. But yun nga, nagkaroon lang ng lapses, lalo na sa end ng set ng second set. Kaya medyo mas nanalo pa rin ng team dito ng 3B Event Masters.
See some highlights. KD Dainata came up in the clutch with a monstrous hit followed by that service ace. And you see our statistics, ganun pa rin.
Almost
3B.
the same, 3B Event Masters. Mas madaming puntos sa atake, kahit mas madaming silang errors, nababawi nila sa atake nila. And also yung blocking sila, dito 3 points for 3B Event Masters and 2 points for VNS. But still, yung adjustment nila, lalo na pagka patapos na yung set, talagang kinakapitan nila. Sa VNS, medyo nagkakaroon ng konting bitaw. Doon sila nag-error pagka patapos na yung set natin.
But then again, we saw this in round number 1. 3B were up 2 sets to love. VNS figured things out. Sabi nga ni Coach Ralph, no? Nabasa nila yung 3B by the 3rd set. And then they were able to extend the matchup. Nung 5th set, doon bumaliktad. Nabasa ulit ng 3B itong VNS. But the priority is now for Jersey Santos, Win Santos, who again are not brothers. For VNS, let's see if they can get 1 set first versus KD Dainata and company. Well, we thank you for joining us on One Sports Plus and on Pilipinas Live. Mix Gomez po ang inyong lingkod, kasama si former VNS Griffin, Yos Yoson. At ang kamukha niya for today na si Ayana Perlas.
Kambal.
Kambal no? Ayan, si Christian Olaes again.
Wow.
Starting off very well. He's up to 12 points. This is his first game reaching double figures and he continues to be at it.
That's right. Good start here for Olaes. So 12 points na nga. Daming quick attacks ang binibigay dito ng 3B Event Masters. Kasi alam naman natin, aasahan nila dyan sila Berdal, Dainata, but kailangan mag-activate din ng middle attackers na. On the side of VNS naman, Santos 7 points na. Actually, ganun din yung first meeting nila. Parang second set na siya pumasok or third. But yun nga, yun yung adjustment na ginawa nila Coach Ralph. Kaya nakakuha sila lang panalo on that third set. High ball.
Battle at the net. Ramos sent it through. Here's the counter with Jersey. That's going to be inside for Jersey Santos.
Good cross-court hit there by Santos. It's Jersey. I think that's his 5th point in this match.
Jersey Santos. Bata rin naman. Nasa, ano siya, 21 years old. Bata na yun.
Oo.
Ay, medyo ano na yun. Mid-veteran na yun.
Kasi
para
medyo
sa
senior
VNS.
dito sa kanila, si Advento. And sa Magaysay.
Berdal winning that point. Somebody messed with the net as well. So tuloy hanapin yung birthday ni na Ronnie Adviento sa Magaysay.
Nasa 90. Sila lang yung nasa 90s,
Sa 90s
for sure.
no? But again, their presence is it's so lethal and so important for VNS as the Griffins get a point here courtesy of a 16-year-old.
And of course, if you're a young team like VNS, no, of course, kailangan merong magli-lead sa inyo.
Oo.
So, doon natin nakikita sila Santos, Magaysay, Advento. And also Cruz, yung kanilang libero.
Wow. Nice save by Guerra. Santos will give up a free ball. Quick look for Ferrer. Ola is just mixing it up mid-air. Tough dig for Berdal.
Ooh.
And that's a point for VNS.
Take a look one more time. That was Guzman. Sa kabilang side naman, no, pumalo sa open spiker side.
9 points now for Yusef Guzman. There you go. Mababa para kay JV. Datu, bit tight. But that's going to be a point off the block for JV Ramos. Si Ginoong Encina, Israel Encina, medyo busy today. Natanong natin mga inasikaso lang. Kaya naman si JV Ramos ay nagpapakitang gilas. Still not the best of deliveries for JV Sumagaysay, but well enough to score a point.
Veteran moves there for JV Sumagaysay. Yan yung kailangan ng VNS, yung mag-lead sa team nila. Kaya natin ang babata ng ibang players nila.
Lainata down the line. Chance ball. Which option? Combination. Still saved by Guzman. Kabila naman. Nice dig. This is actually one of our longest rallies now.
Ooh.
And it's going to be a point for Yusef Guzman.
Another point there for Guzman. Nasa bunutan pa, no? Actually, doon mo makikita na ang versatile din talaga ng mga players dito ng VNS kahit ang babata pa. Ngayon, nasa open position itong si Guzman.
Lalo na sabay sila ni Jersey Santos.
Ang hirap basahin kasi kaliwete.
Nice. That's a monster block by Howard Guerra.
At Guerra and JV Sumagaysay. Medyo malalaki yung blockers mo, no? Dito, pag ikaw sa Dainata, alam natin, magpapacheck at magpapacheck ulit yan.
7-3. Back set. JV down the line. There was a check.
Great game so far for Ramos. Sinamantala. Nawala si Encina, no? But good game for him.
Well, it's his second start. And the first time that he has reached double figures this season. Service error though. Medyo nabati ng konti.
Pag minabati mo talaga.
We have our first technical timeout. VNS with a relatively big lead. 8-4.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2026, where power meets passion. This is the 3B Event Masters going against the VNS Griffins. Now, both teams actually have a lot of connections between them. Of course, like what you guys mentioned, Dainata used to be a VNS Griffin. And did you guys know that head coach Ralph Ocampo is actually a former 3B Event Master? And one thing that he learned from them is that he also instilled to VNS is that they need to enjoy every game, every play, and kailangan walang pressure on the court. He gives his utmost respect to the management of 3B, especially kay Sir Bench, because having a light aura of a team is what really makes a team beautiful. It's not the wins, but it's all about the aura. Back to you guys.
So it's not just Coach RJ being part of VNS before, it's also the other way around. Coach Ralph din pala sa 3B naman. Ang ganda naman. Well,
Palitan.
eto, narinig ko to sa inyo. Maliit din naman talaga ang mundo ng volleyball.
True naman.
If you think about it.
Halos lahat magkakakilala.
Oh,
net touch.
so either way, Axel DeFeo and company will get the point. It is 6-9.
Bago pa lang tumalon, may tumama na sa net. Sa side of VNS.
Service for Axel. Reception by Guzman, and here's Win.
Ooh.
What's making it tough to guard this guy?
I mean, hindi man siya ganun kataas tumalon, no? Pero yung smart plays niya, kasi alam niya kung saan niya dadalhin yung bola. Knowing na doon sa side na yun, si Ferrer yung blocker niya. So for sure, tatargetin niya yun. Mas maliit na blocker. Hindi lang basta-basta malakas yung palo niya. Mabilis din.
Yeah.
Hindi lang, kasi minsan maririnig mo sa tunog eh. Diba?
Yes.
Naririnig mo like, just like Ramos, ang lakas ng tunog ng palo. But for Santos, hindi man ganun kalakas yung palo pero mabilis.
Yes.
At this time,
Nice
good
read.
block. That's right. That's it there.
Gamutea with the block point. Guerra serves well, by the way. Debo overcooked it. May gigil si JV Ramos. Now it's a 6-point advantage, and we'll hear from Coach RJ.
Pag nag-error sa receive, pag tinaganda ko, wag niyo nang palitan ulit ng error.
Guys, inayos ko lang yung server. Panibago na tayo, ha? Ang problemahin mo na ilapit yung score. Okay? Paano mangyari yun? Floor lang naman sagot yan, eh. Mawawala eh. Ikaw, bumasa ka sa baba. Ha? Huwag nakatayo. Para makapag-adjust ka kung kamay mo ba o...
Guys, game ha. Galing na, bulin natin. Wala
Okay.
pa kalati pa.
Tara. Let's go.
3B! Masters! Ay, buhay tayo.
Okay, sige. Dahil former teammate mo to, Yos, ano ibig sabihin ni Coach RJ when he said, bumasa ka sa baba?
Meaning yung, I think yung pinpoint out niya, no, babaan mo yung depensa mo. Kasi minsan pag nakatayo ka sa depensa, yung basa mo parang parang pwedeng tumama sa'yo palabas eh.
Okay.
So kung mababa yung tingin mo, mas matagal yung contact mo sa bola.
Okay. Buti na lang ikaw
Tama
yung
ba?
analyst today. It makes sense.
So parang mas mabagal yung contact pag mababa yung depensa mo.
Yun nga lang, pag mataas yung bola, be sure to go up as well.
Yes, ayun yung mahirap doon. Medyo mahirapan kang tumayo. Like kanina,
Oo.
di ba may
Nangyari
nakaluhod?
kanina yun,
Oo, parang ganun. So mababa yung basa mo, mas matagal sana yung contact. Ayun nga lang, pag tumalsik yung bola papalabas, mas mahirapan ka naman tumayo at humabol.
So, good luck na lang sa pagbabasa. Here's analyze.
It's all about reading the spiker.
Yeah.
At of course, lalo na kung nakakadami na kayo ng sequence, siyempre makikilala mo na yung attacker mo.
Could have been a save there for Naife. Went crashing onto Coach RJ. Jersey Santos getting another one. Sanay sa kanan, si Jersey kahit na right-handed. Kaya nag-adjust si Guzman sa kaliwa. Miss hit by Olaes. 4 touches ba?
Touches.
Dumaplis eh.
Sa net. Mukhang sa net lang tumama. Hindi tumama sa kami ng blockers ng VNS.
13-7. Win Santos.
Biggest league so far in this game. VNS.
Oh!
Wow.
Super spike, JV Ramos.
Wow, JV Ramos, very explosive in this game.
This time from the left pin.
Medyo na late doon yung middle blocker nitong VNS.
Oh, that's the beauty of having Olaes effective at the middle as Jersey Santos went down the line.
So parang bilis din bumawi dito ng VNS, no? Kahit kanina kasi yun hindi natin nakita sa kanila eh. Sa first and second set, medyo mabagal sila makabawi pag nakakapuntos dito ang PB Event Masters.
It's Dainata. Ooh, natamaan. Might have been twice.
Another off the block hit there by Dainata.
Nice fadeaway set. Yeah.
Pero
Ganda panoorin, no? Just gliding onto his left.
control ng bola din to si Ferrer.
Back set naman. Off speed. Nice read by Berdal. And here's JV. Blocked by JV. JV Sumagaysay.
Good read there with the blockers of VNS.
We have our second technical timeout. Biggest lead extended to 8 for volleyball never stops.
Caldereta. Running short. Maybe this time. Mane. Mane. Keep talking.
Si Bonch Castel, kahit na kampyonato yan, at veterano, minsan mahihain pa rin.
Quiet lang.
It's just his personality, but we're very happy that this guy is still in the Spikers turf. Ano yan? Making the most out of his early 30s.
Hanggat kaya maglaro, maglaro. Of course,
Pero diba, dyan mo magsisimulang maramdaman na yung katawan mo?
True. Yung bumabagal ka,
Yes.
bumababa yung talon mo, but we're lucky this time kasi meron talaga tayong mga conditioning coach,
Right.
diba?
Even the technology has helped players nowadays. JV Ramos quite low. Oh, there was a net touch.
Another net touch on the side of VNS.
Sayang yun. 10-16, JV Ramos. 12 attack points on his best Spikers Turf Open Conference game. Guzman scoring. It started with Cruz though. Si Joshua Cruz, mahilig mag-receive ng nakangiti.
Ngingitian niya yung, ayun o, ngingitian niya lang yung server. Kasi one way of, alam mo, intimidating the server, of course. And nagsimula sa magandang receive. Of course, nag-result sa magandang atake ni Guzman.
Defeo, nanggigil. Sumobra sa kanan.
Too much angle for Defeo.
Defeo will be subbed out. Ito na, si Bonch Castel.
Kung may JV sa Magaysay, sa VNS, meron tayong Castel on the side of PB Event Masters.
Tama. A 4-time champion with Perpetual.
Perpetual.
Yan, proud product of course, the late coach, Sammy Akailar. It is 11, serving 18. KD. Yatko to the right. Mark Tishon is back. Nice dig by JV Ramos. And here's Carla. Still saved. Ferrer. D-ball.
Oh,
Too far for JV.
I think he was under the ball. Pagkakataon niya, medyo nasa ilalim na siya. So, tendency talaga doon, outside yung palo mo.
Double sub in for the first time. We have Dacles and Bartolome. If I remember correctly, Bartolome also played for VNS before. Here he is.
Ooh.
Low on the hit was Kenneth Bartolome
6 errors for 3B Event Masters
in this set.
this set.
Tatlo naman para sa VNS. It's been consistent though. Mas maraming errors ang 3B in this game. 2011, VNS leading. It's Wayne Santos. Nice dig by Datu. Another Arellano standout. There's the other Arellano player. Verdal couldn't score. Win! Nice dig by Carla. Getting it back. Coverage by Archie Dacles. Tight. Relatively long rally. Sent back. Justin Yatko returning it to Terrence, who touched the net.
Ooh.
It was Terrence Martishon.
Longest rally so far. No? Sayang na lang kasi error ang tumapos dun sa sequence na yun.
That's number 4 for VNS in this set. Here's team captain, Bonch Castel. Open. Ganda nun. Lagay-lagay lang para kay Win Santos.
Hindi mo kailangan pahirapan yung sarili mo pumalo. Magpapagod all the time. All you have to do is read the defense pattern of your opponent. Yun lang, nakaluhod mo naman. Kaya may hirapan ka tumakbo. Kaya medyo nakadrop na yung Nemo agad sa depensa.
21-12 DNS to try to lead by double figures.
Ooh.
Oh, Christian Olaez, we have missed that.
Yun yung nawala so far in this set for 3B Event Masters. But yun, pinabawi agad ang middle attackers dito ng 3B.
You know, Olaez also played for VNS before. A product of De La Salle Das Marinas.
Siguro kung magkakaroon tayo ng research na siguro 70% naglaro sa VNS. Hindi malabo. Or 60 ng mga players natin.
Ooh! Win Santos with a cross.
Another great angle there for Santos. Alam mo, hirap blockin ng ganyang klaseng attacker, no? Talagang bumabasa.
Oh, yeah.
Hintay niya yung kamay sa taas and then papaluin niya kung saan may butas.
I'm actually very convinced sa kanyang talino. But now he proceeds to the back. Win Santos has 9 points. Regalo, too easy for Jersey.
Point lead for VNS. Actually, tina-target nila si Berdal, no? Para mawala na siya sa sequence agad. Sa palo. Another target there for Berdal.
Already a broken play. Carla still. That's why he's an MVP.
Isa kasi yun sa mga pwede mong gawing tactics. Talagang pagurin mo yung highest pointer ng kalaban mo.
Although on the other end, I remember talking to Josh Ibanez about this. Magandang motivation din yan para sa'yo bilang attacker to receive it well. Kasi buwelo mo rin yun papunta sa atake mo.
And of course, ang daming training din na pagdadaanan ng mga open attacker natin. From receiving that ball, yung mga off ball, yung mga set galing sa malalayo, dapat paluin mo pa rin.
10 set points for Volleyball Never Stops. Gamotea. Dacles couldn't save it. And that's going to be a nice return by Guzman.
So far, good adjustment ang pinakita dito ng VNS, no? At medyo mababa ang pinakita naman ng 3B Event Masters.
This would be the most dominant set as well for Volleyball Never Stops in the entire conference. The first time that they have limited an opponent to less than 20 points in their tournament. Back with the Spikers Turf Open Conference where power meets passion. Set number 3 was a deja vu of round number 1. VNS taking over. But the difference here is it was such a dominant set for VNS, only allowing 14 points for 3B.
Pagalingan magbalasa kasi ng players. So far, nakikita natin dito no, sa 3B and VNS. Ganun-ganun din yung panood kong scenario. Nung first na nagtapat sila, nagkaroon ng konting adjustments, nagkaroon ng konting shuffling ng players. This time, very effective. Si Guzman on the open side naman. And of course, for 3B Event Masters, so medyo nanahimik yung mga attackers nila. Kaya medyo lumayo itong VNS on that third set. Santos, ang daming puntos din agad. And of course, ayun nga, no, same scenario. Mas madaming errors ang binigay dito ng Event Masters. But this time, mas madaming atake naman ang VNS. And nawala ang blockings and service aces ng 3B. And so far, 4 blocks ang nakuha dito ng VNS. No? Kasi alam natin, andyan na sila JV sa Magaysay para tumulong sa blockings. And of course, yung leadership din nila. Like Santos, grabe yung pagpapadaan ng atake. Nakakailang puntos na itong si Santos. 10 points. And of course, the other Santos, 10 points na rin. Guzman, 13 points for VNS.
So, the question is, can they keep at it? Kasi, ang nangyayari, nagka-counter ng mga reads mga basahan dito. And they get the advantage over the other team. VNS would want to give us another 5-set match. 3B, can they end it with a response here in set number 4? Thank you for joining us. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Yos Yoson and Ayana Perlas. Hindi ka naman nag-3B, no?
Nag-3B. Napaisip tuloy ako. Parang hindi naman. Actually, si Bonj Castel, naging teammate ko siya before sa ano nga team namin. Cavite. Cavite, 4Bs naman. Ang coach
4Bs?
4Bs. Cavite. So, coach namin si Coach Sammy. Ang teammates ko nun, madaming perpetual din. So, doon ko siya nakita.
Dito yung Imus team. Iba pa yun?
Iba pa yata yung Imus.
Champions League yun.
Champions League na yun. Nag-cover ka mag-isa nun, di ba? Pandemic era.
Yes,
walang commentator yata.
Ako mag-isa. The
mag-isa
first
lang.
Champions League. But after that, meron na, nasa Phil Sports na, nasa Rizal na. Nag-evolve din yun eh. It is 2-0 for VNS here in set 4. Ramos. Finally able to get 3B on the board.
Good game for Ramos.
15 points.
15 points for Ramos. Wala sportive.
Was that the perfect delivery? Oh, we'll have a challenge. Gamutea sent it long. Did it go out? It's the first challenge of 3B, right?
But sumisenyas yung mga players inside daw. But we'll never know kasi nga minsan bibilis talaga ng bola.
And the assistant coaches, 3 of them at that, also have good views of that end line. By the way, later on, we'll have Chris Cross versus Alpha Insurance. Stay with us. That's it. But again, it happened so fast. 3B just had to try. 3-1 VNS off of their best set performance in the entire conference, even winning by double figures. Nice pass by Carl.
Chance ball for VNS.
Oh, wow.
Good
What
ball.
a block. No more save for VNS.
Finally, a good read from Guzman. Kasi actually, ang hirap blockin ng Kaliwete on that side.
That's Christian Elias getting 15 points. Guzman, different strategy this time.
So far, no, hindi lang basta palo ng palo ito si Guzman. Alam niya talaga kung kailan niya i-drop. Ang layo naman ang depensa doon ng Event Master.
Has helped them to be the best scorer of VNS today. Red play. Nice dig by Carla. Oh! How about Datu keeping it alive? Guerra going to the slide. Ooh. Haven't seen many slides in this game. But JV Ramos keeps at it.
Naiiwang mag-isa kasi blocker doon ni Ramos. Medyo malayo na sa Magaysay. Kaya mataas ang chance makakuha ng puntas doon si Ramos.
Oh, flat. Was it the toss?
I think yung tama, yung contact niya sa
Okay.
bola. Okay lang naman yung toss niya, but sometimes it's the contact medyo nasa ilalim. So tunog pa lang, alam mo na eh.
Pataas
Na-miss
eh.
hit. Oo.
You were under the ball. This is Elijah Yusete Guzman. Tainata denied. Coverage by Berdal. One more for KD. Good save by Santos. Back with the red play. Tainata.
Ooh,
Overcooked it.
under the ball. Tainata. Another bad contact on the side of the Event Masters. Nasa ilalim ulit.
Well, good for them. It's a service error for VNS. Will they challenge it? Parang hindi na.
Hindi.
KD. Sumagaysay. Off his pass, it was Santos. Berdal. Nice block by Howard Guerra. One more. Oh! How about that rejection by JV Sumagaysay?
Good read there by Sumagaysay.
Must feel really good, huh? Before you go to the back row.
Maganda kasi yung pagkakaposition niya doon eh. Yun lang.
Now, no.
Service
lang.
error, yun lang. After a good block.
5-7, Bonch Castelster. Safely in. Get to track that one down. Ooh, nice set by Guerra.
Good fake there. Medyo na-confuse yung blockers dito ng 3B Event Masters.
That's just the youthful athleticism by Howard Guerra, giving them a 3-point lead in the first technical timeout.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Open Conference 2026, where power meets passion. They claimed the first two sets talking about the 3B Event Masters, but after that third set, head coach RJ Francisco did mention to me that he is not surprised with this outcome. He warned his team before this game that VNS may be a young squad, pero skills-wise, pareho lang sila. Same sila sa strength ng hits, sa depensa, match sila. So this really goes down to who will dominate the court more. And before the set, Coach RJ talked about their main problem in the huddle, which was ending the game strong. They have not done this yet in any of their matches for this conference, so he wants to see them do it in this game. Back to you guys.
Ending it strong, which can actually also apply to VNS. And ultimately, if this gets extended to a fifth set, then that will be the case. But now, Christian Elias and company are still fighting to try to end this in 4. 6-8. How about that delivery? Gamutea.
So far activated na yung mga middle attackers din dito ng VNS.
Gamutea, another double-digit scorer versus 3B in round 1 had 10. It was the only time he reached double figures. Tight. Nice save by Cruz, and here's Guzman off the miss set. It's a chance ball. Ramos, better delivery.
Wow. Ang bilis. Ang bilis din ni Ramos in that sequence. Good set there from Ferrer.
Gamutea gets one back. Nagpapalitan tayo, piso-piso.
Sagutan, parang kanina. But this time, VNS ang mas lamang.
Buti na lang, wala na tayong side-out rule. Kundi, walang pupuntos. Cross court, going wide to JV Ramos. Eleven to 7. Gamutea. Oh! Nagkatinginan.
Miscommunication for the event masters.
And ironic because it was between the two Arellano champions, Datu and Berdal, who now checks out. Bartolome goes in.
It's only a matter of communication.
Ferrer on to Dainata. That's gonna go wide.
Errors are piling up for 3B event masters. Susunod-sunod, no? Parang medyo low moral sila.
Yeah.
Sa start pa lang ng third set.
Dainata again. Good way to adjust. Going over the blockers.
Good there, no coverage on the side of VNS. Sumisigaw si JV na kanya na daw yun. Kasi nga, abot niya na sana.
Cristianola is 5 blocks, 15 points. JV sumagay sa pinabawi. Ganda ng landing celebration niya. Di ko alam kung may naramdaman ba siya sa tuhod. Kaya ganun yung celebration niya.
Iningatan niya yung landing, of course. Siyempre, alam mo naman, pag medyo na yun nga, sabi mo, pag around 30 ka na, doon mo naman magsisimula maramdaman yung mga hindi mo nararamdaman before.
Lalo na sa volleyball, talon ka ng talon.
Oo, tuhod talaga ang bugbog.
Kaya kung tutusin, yung setter position, kahit papano, okay pa yan longevity-wise, no? Although you will have to block if you're a setter.
Pero kung matangkad ka, advantage yun. Tama ka dun, no? Isa sa mga malahabang buhay talaga. Like Jesse Lopez, example, di ba? Tagal din naglaro.
Oo. Grabe yun si Jesse Lopez. Buti na lang din talaga. You know, he was there in the 2019 SEA Games team. I will never ever forget that moment. His long bump set to Brian Bagunas.
Ang layo ng pinanggalingan, di ba?
Ang layo nun. At yun yung sinasabi mo, kung spiker ka, kahit anong set yan, dapat kayanin mo. Nanggaling yun sa likod.
Grabe yun.
And that won it. The semifinals for us against Thailand. Sorry for taking so much time talking about it. It was that good. Shout out to you, Jesse Lopez. Block touch challenge.
Oh.
Meron na meron. Coach RJ, bit of a smile. Yeah, yes, sir. Love that.
Tiger look,
JV Ramos, the former Tiger. Oh! Speaking of former Tigers, JB Sumagaysay.
What a freak there by Sumagaysay.
That's the type of set he wants. Kanina kasi mataas, mababa.
Makapag-adjust na.
Talaga si Ronnie Edviento enjoying the game too much.
Oops, muntik na.
Going long for Guzman.
Another error for VNS.
Ten serving 15. Win Santos. Oh! Check ball ba? They say it was clean. Well, that was the intention, obviously. Basically, parang sinapak niya na yung bola.
Parang kinutusan niya, gano'n.
No. Parang beach volleyball.
Pwede, oo. Hindi lang tumama sa kamay ng blockers ng Event Masters.
Ronnier. Love to see Edviento attack the wing.
Oof.
That's going to go low for JB.
Too far.
And we have our second technical timeout.
Siguro mas sabi ko na new but fighter. Kasi sa mga past liga namin, nagliga na po kasi kami, nakita ko na palaban pa rin yung team namin. Kasi yung iba po sa amin, galing din po NCAA para po mag-level up kami. Mas pag-igihan lang po namin sa training, mas makikinig kami sa coaches namin para ma-apply namin and maaral namin lalo yung system.
I'm very happy for Joshua Cruz. He's been with VNS for quite a while now, considered as one of their veterans now, leading as their captain. And we did mention on top of our coverage, in round number 1, he was number 1 in digging. And he's also in the top 5 of receptions. He even had 3 games with double-digit receptions, all of them better than 50% reception efficiency. So Magaysay serves 16-11 in set 4. VNS trying to give us the second 5-set match in this conference. Bonchka still has a different idea.
Mukhang battle ng seniors dito so far sa middle. Bonch and Sumagaysay.
We say it like they're really old. They're not that old, guys.
Compared to the 60 years old
bata
na.
lang kasi ng mga kampi nila. Win Santos. Nice rejection. Was that Olaes again?
Finally, a good block on Santos. Kasi kanina, ang dami niyang lusot ng balo eh. This time, maganda ang pagkakaposition doon. Ng blockers dito ng 3B Event Masters.
And remember, in the first 2 sets, 3B had more blocks than VNS. But in set 3 alone, it was 4-0 VNS. Oh, back-to-back blocks, Christian Olaes. Now they have equalized in the blocking department.
Look at that block reach. Grabe, labas ulo ni Olaes. Hindi man siya ganun katangkad, no? Pero bawing-bawi sa vertical jump.
You know, he could actually reach 20 points in this game as a middle blocker. Nago na ni Joshua Cruz. Red play. Going low for Jersey Santos. And don't look now. 3B is closing the gap. Down by 1.
Olaes with 17 points. Grabe, 7 blocks, 10 attacks. Wow, for Olaes.
I'd like to see him reach 20 points. Can he get 10 blocks? That could be some sort of a record here. Ferrer goes to Bartolome. And what's the call? It was in. And it will be reviewed. Was it block touch or in or out? It's a block touch challenge.
Wala daw, sabi ni Guerra.
Yeah, they were very confident that it was clean. And even Bartolome paused for a second. See the VNS Griffins always playing with house money. But as much as we say that, you know you have a chance to get victories in the Spikers turf. Why not? Ooh, that's clean.
No block touch.
Just imagine the level of confidence that they continue to get from the Spikers turf. They bring it over to their leagues, which is appropriate to their age. Olaes, that's 18 points, 11 attacks for Christian.
Mukhang aabot nga sa 20 point itong si Olaes. Look at that. Quick hit.
Ferrer, who's also been having a nice game. 22 excellent sets. Fortunately, just gave us a service error.
Nababawi talaga agad pag pinupuri.
Oh, yeah. This is also the best performance of their center. Itong si Aldre Ferrer hasn't reached the 20 excellent sets mark in the conference before this game. Win Santos, 18-16. Reception by KD. Olaes. You see the hand time?
Ang taas, no? Ang gaan ng katawan ko si Olaes.
Oh, yes.
And good setup there by Ferrer. Knowing na nakakapunto si Olaes.
18-17, Guzman down the line. Been quiet relatively lately.
Good response there by Guzman. Sabi talaga, no? Ang hirap basahin ng open spiker na left-handed. Ayun, no? Bukas na bukas yung zone 1 for Guzman.
Mas madali mag-down the line. So, ganun din kapag right-handed sa right pin.
Actually, mas madali yung cross-court. So, mas malakas lang yung atake nila going down the line.
Dainata. Tight.
Oh!
Parang ang daming tumama sa net doon at nauna si Jersey Santos. The good thing is nobody's hurt.
Yes.
Yun ang mahalaga dyan. But for KD, Dainata and company, they have a chance to tie. Limban was about to check in. That won't happen anymore. Guzman blocked. That's JD Ramos.
A good read there by Ramos. Actually, yun na siya mag-isa doon, but tama yung positioning niya.
Yeah. Olaes, another serve. JD Sumagaysay scores off the block.
And now we are tied. Oh, 1 point ahead na pala ang VNS.
Yep, tied a while ago. Good for JV to get it back for the Griffins. Closing time. Nice setup. Only one blocker in late at that was the net defense of VNS.
But good news for VNS. So nasa likod na. So si Ramos. Tingnan natin kung sino ang pupuntahan ni Ferrer for the event masters. But this time, VNS ang atake.
Nice pass. D-ball. Ooh! It's won by Jersey Santos.
Actually, nandun si Dainate. Kaya lang bumuka siya agad.
Oo.
Medyo pabitaw yung talon ng blocking niya. So, hindi siya masyadong nakakommit. So, papalabas yung talon niya. Kaya bumitaw, tumama sa kamay niya. Bumagsak yung bola sa court nila.
And there really was significant space between him and the net as Guzman gave us a service error. A virtual race to 4. Remember, set 2 was extended. This was won by 3B 26-24.
Kaya ang magandang reception dito ng VNS para makaset up sila ng magandang play.
Dainata serving. There's the pass by their captain. They send it to the open. Nice dig by Naife. Oh, zone 1 for Bartolome. And he gives 3B the lead.
Hindi ganun katangkaran itong si Bartolome, no? But ang ganda ng basa niya doon sa zone 1. Bukas yung blockers dito ng VNS.
Single block na sir tayo, ha? Variations of spike. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Kaya.
Closing time, VNS versus 3B. These two coaches have voiced out the fact that these two teams want to do better in the clutch. Now is an opportunity to prove that they can overcome this challenge. KD Dainata serves. Yusef Guzman, Jersey Santos and company getting ready for defense. Are we going to have our second 5-set match in the conference? Or will this be our third 4-set match? Ferrer. Oh! How about that turn of events? And what a day it has been for Aldre Ferrer.
Wow. Parang lahat gumagana for 3B Event Masters dito sa end ng 4th set. Lahat ng depensa dito ng VNS nakatras. Expecting a long ball.
23-21. 3B trying to close out. Even though they have trailed mightily here in set number 4. JV Sumagaysay met at the net. At the right, it's Guerra as the attacker. D-ball. Oh! Still saved. And a free ball for 3B. They send it to the open. Luis Bartolome checked. Cruz. Red play. Still doesn't work. Ferrer pushes onto zone 5. Now to the open. Oh, what a dig! Good defense by Naife.
Oh!
And how about Howard Guerra? Telling us if Ferrer can score, I can do it too.
Very brave attack there by Guerra. Kakagulo na lahat eh, no? Pero si Guerra, tapang. Hitting that second ball.
Oh, yeah, I did say Guerra used to be a spiker. 22-23. Safe serve. Oh, but Bartolome. His contribution in perfect timing.
Not the tallest attacker, Bartolome.
They have 2 match points now for the 3B Event Masters.
Kailangan mo ma-close yung block eh. Go tayo, kailangan natin. Hindi tayo pwede matakot sa endgame. Kailangan mas malakas yung loob natin. Matapang. Go tayo. Nag-error lang kayo na nag-error nung huli. Sayang. Go tayo.
Guys, side out tsaka break point na kailangan natin para makadus
Go, go,
tayo.
go, go, go.
Kaya to.
VNS cannot afford any more mistakes. 22-24. Side out and break point, as mentioned by Coach JP. Those will be the goals. As you see the last point of the former VNS Griffin, may kasama pang turnaround. Luis Bartolome. Remember, they're doing this also without Carl Berdal on the floor. Bonch Castel will be serving for the match. Almost an ace there. It's Win Santos. Blocked. Guerra, same guy. Oh, blocked again. Oh, Elias. So good at the net. Chance ball. That went in.
Wow.
What a risk taken. Joshua Cruz, the captain, delivering. There's the side out that they've been wanting.
Walang makapunto sa atake, no? Libero na lang ang pupuntos for VNS.
Oh my gosh.
Alam din nakapasok yung mga didepensa for 3B.
From the middle, who else? Who else will end it for the 3B Event Masters?
Mukhang umabot sa 20 points itong si Olaes. Tama ka nga, Migs.
And what a performance by Christian Olaes, the proud product
Look at
of
that set play.
De La
One more
Salle,
time.
Dasmariñas, and volleyball never stops. I mean, we wanted him to reach 10 blocks as well, but it will be the attacking who will lead him onto the 20-piece.
Grabe si Olaes, no? Highest pointer for 3B Event Masters. Kung wala man si Berdal, meron ng Olaes. And also with the help of Ramos, no?
Tama. Another 20-piece as well for JV Ramos. Si JV, first time mag-double figures. 20 points agad ang binigay sa atin.
No problem daw kahit wala si Encina this time.
That's right. And they end the game in 4 sets. There you go. Our final score, set 4 with a tally of 25-23.
You're still watching the Spikers Surf Open Conference 2026, where power meets passion. And that concludes our first game for today's doubleheader. 3B Event Masters going against the VNS Griffins, with 3B winning in 4 sets. And joining me now is the best player of the game. We have Christian Olaes, of course, 20 points, 13 attacks, and 7 blocks. Christian, congratulations. Grabe, first of all, first ever player of the game mo to in your whole entire career. Ano ang nafe-feel mo?
Sobrang saya po na may halong kaba. May halong kaba kasi first time ko po, saka hindi ko po akalain kasi ako po yung pinakabata sa team na ma-achieve ko po yung ganyang points.
Yes. Okay, like what you mentioned, ikaw yung pinakabata sa team. Gusto ko malaman, ano ang nakikita mo for yourself after today's game? Mas confident ka ba? Gusto mo ba maging mas vocal as a player sa team mo?
Yes po. Lalo po ngayon kami po yung pangalawa sa uli. Aasahan niyo po na ngayong round 2 na mas doble pa po yung gagawin namin sa loob ng court.
Alam ko, Christian, na medyo naging problem sa inyo yung finishing the game strong, yung end game response ninyo. Paano nyo pa to i-improve in the next games to come?
Yung kulang po sa amin yung panapos sa laro. Kaya pag nagtitraining po kami, more lakas ng loob. Crucial, ganun po. Ayun po yung inano ng coach namin.
Okay, after today's game, hopefully mas makita pa natin yung lakas ng loob ninyo. Congratulations, Christian Olaes. I'm sure meron kang gustong i-shoutout. Go ahead.
Shoutout po pala dyan sa tropang Praga, pati sa tropang Lasal. And syempre sa mga teammate ko dyan. Mamaya
Thank you so much. Once again, Christian Olaes, our best player of the game from the 3B Event Masters. Back to you, Mix and Yos.
Mukhang nakalinya na ang celebration ni Christian Olaes. As mentioned by Anna, first player of the game selection for him, but it was a no-brainer for Yos.
Of course, no. Kita natin simula pa lang ang daming puntos na nakuha sa middle attacks itong Event Masters. Ferrer activating Olaes. Talagang second set, third set, kita natin ang dami niya malinis na follow. But of course, with the help of Ramos, no, season high din na puntos for Ramos. And of course, for 3B Event Masters, kahit sino yung balasang binunot nila on that fourth set, no, talagang effective for them.
So, as you mentioned, the season high, puro 20s tayo. Mabot ang 20 si Olaes, 20 rin si Ferrer in terms of sets, and 20 points at least for Ramos. What a day, especially for them to ultimately conclude this in 4 sets. Bartolome also coming alive in the clutch as a substitute. They finished the game without Carl Berdal.
That's right. Kahit medyo hindi ganun ka-effective. Kahit alam natin, pupuntos itong si Carl Berdal, no? Pero yun nga, no, medyo gumana din yung ibang players nito for 3B Event Masters. Tignan natin ang statistics on that fourth set. 14 points compared to 13. Isa lang abante dito ng 3B Event Masters. But the blockings, mas maraming nakuhang blockings itong 3B Event Masters 4 compared to 1 ng VNS. And errors, yun nga, no? Same scenario. Kanina mas madami pa rin ng errors ng 3B Event Masters. But nababawi nila yun sa atake or sa blockings nila.
So it will be well enough for 3B to get their second victory in their conference. Can that actually spark things up for them in round number 2 as they try to get into the top 4? Well, in the next game, we'll feature 2 teams in the top 4. Alpha Insurance taking on number 1 team in the league, the undefeated Crisscross King Crunchers. But for now, we say thank you for joining us. For Ana Perlas and Yosioson, my name is Mix Gomez, concluding our matchup between VNS and 3B in round number 2 of our Spikers Turf Open Conference.